The Market by Bernard Johnson. The North End Road Market is a West London landmark with a history of trading stretching back to the 1880s. It is a street market of four-wheeled barrows, some with colourful painted livery, tarpaulins and signage indicating the family name and business, running the length of this Fulham artery. The childhood memories I have of this place are the clutter, the shouts of the street traders, and the throngs of people who shopped in their hundreds, especially towards Friday and Saturday. In the 50s and 60s, people would purchase small amounts and often. They would come seeking fruit and vegetables, fresh bread, fish, cheese, and ancillary household goods. Money was scarce enough in post-war Britain, and large carrier bags laden with shopping were hauled back to the modest, terraced houses by foot and public transport. Cars were not a common feature to pop out to the shops in working-class Fulham in those days. The market would comprise about 60 street traders, plus the adjoining shops, and would be a compact shopping area, a precursor to the shopping centre with which we are familiar today. The merchandise was piled high, mainly in wooden sections, sloping down towards the pedestrian shoppers on the lookout for the ingredients of today's dinner. 2 pounds of potatoes, half a pound of carrots, 2 onions and a pound of mince would serve a family meal. Everything was weighed on cumbersome salters, metal scales in large silver aluminium bowls, and then funneled into the customers' carrier bags. Occasionally the storeholder would add an extra spud, parsnip or apple to a regular to encourage repeat business. The ethic of a loyalty card today. There could be 15 stalls selling fruit and vegetables alone, so competition was intense. The barrows or stalls were family owned, handed down from father to son or daughter. No doubt nephews, cousins and uncles were also part of the team. From buying the fruit at 4 a.m. from Covent Garden wholesalers to setting up the stall from 7 a.m, then working through the day until 6 p.m. It was a strictly cash business, no credit given. Debit and credit cards had not been invented yet. The other stalls would sell clothes, jewellery, fish, cheese, washing powder, sheets and blankets. You could even purchase a TV, toaster or kettle. There was a seasonal trade at Christmas and Easter, with fir trees, holly, mistletoe, First Communion dresses and suits. Also there were 3-card trick con men, operating their trade on a suitcase, with a lookout in case a passing copper might spot their antics. Fortune tellers would occasionally set up a booth to read your palm and predict your future. The adjoining shops, which lined both sides of the road, would complement the curbside barrows, with a diverse range of retail products. Sainsbury's grocery shop, not the supermarket giant of today, as in the 60s it was an old-styled marble-countered store. Butter, cheese, cold meats, sausage and bacon, pickles and eggs, all on display behind a long glass display panel. You could select half a pound of New Zealand butter or a quarter pound of Cheshire cheese, and it would be cut in front of you from a huge block. Scala's ice cream served 99 cones and wafers, milkshakes and sodas, dispensed through a window counter to the street, or a sit-down interior diner complete with jukebox. An Italian enterprise, family business, second generation. Burton's Tailors, a British chain store, had a presence. You could choose a suit from a selection of tweed, mohair and wool samples, complete with your individual style, with prescribed buttons, pockets and lapel collar widths to decide. The male staff were impeccably dressed, groomed and well-spoken. Made to measure and expensive indulgent, but an easy payment plan was available. Woolworths sold all manner of household and hardware requirements. Also, I remember the record counter, where the latest pop chart singles were available. But it wasn't the real Cliff Richard, Yardbirds or Beatles originals. No, it was a Pickwick production recorded by a tribute singer or band, and was cheap as chips, No MP3, Spotify or download in those days. This was London in the swinging 60s, an era of pop music and fashion. Kings Road, Chelsea was a 10-minute bus ride away, where pop and film stars would hang out. Fulham wasn't as trendy, but property prices were rising, and there was talk of posh Chelsea folk moving into the neighbourhood. 50 years on, and the value of bricks and mortar, the price of fruit and vegetables, the cost of a coffee and a sandwich have changed dramatically. Nowadays, Fulham is known as the new Chelsea. Refurbished terraced houses are commonly valued at £1 million plus. The market is still operating, but many of the family stallholders are gone, squeezed out by the cost of overheads and competition from multinational superstores, as well as online shopping with home deliveries. The market, coffee and tea shops, greasy cafes and screefy pubs by Starbucks, Burger King and Wetherspoons. The stalls have diminished in number, being replaced mainly by foreign national immigrants selling spices, Caribbean-style fruit and vegetables, fake Rolex watches, jewellery and mobile phones. Many of the old shops have become pound stores, internet cafes, Argos outlets, betting shops, kebab takeaways and foreign exchange or money transfer bureaus. 40 years on and I have no desire to return to my roots. But I still visit the area out of curiosity. Any friends I had are gone, emigrated to warmer climates or just moved away from London for economy of scale and retirement ambitions. Fulham has acquired some style with rooftop terraces, solar panels and a colonial-style window blinds. Adjacent antique shops, wine bars and gastropubs complete the makeover. But North End Road is still as I remember it. Shabby chic and barrow boys hustling for business. Now, however, the fruit and vegetables has been replaced with new opportunities. Property sales, coffee and pizza franchises. Cash for gold outlets. Cor blimey, it's a funny old world.